Yeah, so in this video, I'm going to discuss about the mechanism of Reimer-Tiemann reaction. It's a very important name reaction which comes in phenol topic. Now, so this is the Reimer-Tiemann reaction. When phenol reacts with chloroform, CHCl3 chloroform and NaOH gives a compound of formula benzene ring with OH group and CHO group, which is called as salicylaldehyde. So formation of salicylaldehyde from phenol when phenol reacts with chloroform and NaOH is what we call it as Reimer-Tiemann reaction. Okay. So this was the net reaction. Now let us discuss about the mechanism of Reimer-Tiemann reaction. So actually this reaction is done in the presence of a base or alkali like sodium hydroxide. First sodium hydroxide dissociates to form Na plus and OH minus ion. This is getting dissociated into Na plus and OH minus ion. Okay, right. Now the OH minus ion which is produced by the alkali will react with chloroform. So this is nothing but chloroform molecule. What is this one? This is chloroform formula CHCl3. Now so what is happening is the OH minus ion which is formed from the alkali will take up a proton. So here, so carbon is more electronegative than hydrogen, isn't it? So that when this pulls the bond pair towards itself, probably it will get a minus charge, so that the H will get a plus charge. Now this proton will be taken by OH minus and will be removed as water. So the carbon atom is getting a negative charge. Now you get a species of formula CCl3 minus. CCl3 minus. Okay. Carbon with 3 chlorine atom with a negative charge. But now what will happen is the chlorine being more electronegative, one of the chlorine atom will pull the bond pair electron towards itself and it will be removed as Cl minus ion. It will be removed as chloride ion. So that but when this is removed, then this becomes neutral. So you get a species with formula CCl2, carbon with 2 chlorine atom, and this carbon will carry a pair of electron also. Okay. Now, so this compound, this species what you get here is what we call it as dichlorocarbene. What is it? Dichlorocarbene, which is a electron deficient species. The dichlorocarbene what you have got here is an electron deficient species, which is nothing but an electrophile actually, because when you look at this carbon, around carbon there are only 6 electrons. Carbon is surrounded by only 6 electrons, so that this carbon atom is lacking 2 electrons for getting octet configuration. So that is why it acts as a electron deficient species, or otherwise we can also call it as Lewis acid. This is also called what? Lewis acid. Okay. But now this dichlorocarbene, an electrophile, or you can call it as an electrophile also, isn't it? It's electron deficient species. Now this dichlorocarbene electrophile will react with phenol molecule and ultimately will give salicylaldehyde, and this is what the mechanism actually. So this is nothing but phenol what I have written. In presence of a base OH minus ion, this hydrogen will be removed as a proton. This hydrogen will be removed as a proton. By the time the bond pair between oxygen and hydrogen will move to the oxygen, so that oxygen will get a minus charge. Oxygen will become electron rich. Okay, right. So now this piece is benzene ring with single bond O minus, which is called as phenoxide ion. Okay, right. Actually this is phenyl group. Benzene ring is nothing but phenyl group with oxygen phenoxide with a negative charge. Oxygen with a negative charge. So phenoxide anion. So okay. Whereas this can be written with the formula C6H5O minus. Okay, right. But now this has another form. Now what is happening is that negative charge or the electron, excess electron which is present over oxygen atom will move between oxygen and carbon, so that a new bond is formed. By the time this pi electron moves to this carbon atom, so as a result of that, this carbon atom will become electron rich, so that will carry a negative charge. Okay. Now this electron moves over here, so that you are getting a new double bond here, new double bond, new bond here. By the time when this pi electron moves to this carbon, that carbon will get a minus charge, or that carbon center is becoming electron rich. Okay. Now the dichlorocarbon will react with this species. This is also nothing but a phenoxide ion. This is also nothing but phenoxide ion. These two structures, what do you call it as? Resonance structures. What do you call? Resonance structure. So that this carbon being electron rich can readily attack the carbon atom of dichlorocarbon, because that carbon atom of dichlorocarbon is a electron deficient center, isn't it? Right. Now what will happen is this carbon will share the electron with this carbon atom of dichlorocarbon. So it forms a new bond here. It forms a new bond. So this carbon is getting electron from this benzene ring carbon. So it will get a negative charge. Okay. Now this will result in formation of this species. Okay. Right. And here we have a hydrogen atom also. Here you have a hydrogen also. For now what will happen is there is a transfer of proton occurs. Now this bond moves inside, or this bond pair moves inside the benzene ring, so that it becomes a normal benzene ring. By the time one of the bond moves over here, moves to oxygen atom, so it becomes single bond O minus, isn't it? So by the time when this bond moves inside the benzene ring, this hydrogen will come out as H plus ion. Okay. Now this H plus ion will be transferred to C minus carbon, so that it becomes as C minus H plus becomes neutral, so it becomes CH, and already it carries to chlorine atom. Okay. Now so this is the substance what you are getting after transfer of proton from benzene carbon to the carbon atom of dichlorocarbon. Okay. Right. So now this compound will react with sodium hydroxide. This will react with sodium hydroxide. Now here what is happening is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. That is the two chlorine atom which are present over here. These two chlorine atom which are present over here get substituted by OH group. That is OH group which is produced by the base, isn't it? Right. By the time the Na plus ion will combine with Cl, so that two molecules of sodium chloride will be removed off, as well as the two chlorine atoms are getting substituted by OH group, isn't it? So that you get a product like a diol. You get a product like diol, which is like a gem diol. Gem diol is the one in which there are two OH group at same carbon atoms. We know very well that this kind of gem diol compounds are highly unstable, because the OH groups are nucleophilic in nature, electron rich species. So that when the two electron rich species are at same carbon, there will be a repulsion, so that makes the compound as unstable. So that now what will happen is AH from one OH group and another OH group combines and forms water, and water will be removed here. Okay. So once water is removed off, then what is left over here is nothing but CHO. For now here you have CHO group, isn't it? So this is the product what you get after removal of water from this gem diol type of product. Okay. Then finally this compound undergoes acidification. So now this has acidification, addition of H plus, isn't it? Now the H plus ion is getting added over the O minus, so that it becomes as OH. So this is the final product what we are getting, which is nothing but salicyl aldehyde, isn't it? So this is what the mechanism of Reimer-Tiemann reaction. Okay. So very simple and very important mechanism which comes under name reaction type. Okay. Right. So actually in Reimer-Tiemann reaction we get a mixture of products. Two different products are possible actually. So phenol, when react with chloroform and NaOH, there is a possibility of formation of ortho and para products actually. That CHO group is getting added in ortho position in phenol as well as in the para position of phenol also. Okay. The first one is called as orthohydroxybenzaldehyde. What is it? Here the IUPAC name can be given based on this way. So this can be taken as a parent compound, benzene with CHO group, benzaldehyde. There is a OH substituent which is called hydroxybenzaldehyde. So they are in adjacent carbon atom, orthohydroxybenzaldehyde. Okay. And one more, the CHO can be introduced in para position also, which can be called as para-hydroxybenzaldehyde. Whereas orthohydroxybenzaldehyde is what we also call it as salicyl aldehyde, isn't it? The point here is salicylaldehyde, that is orthohydroxybenzaldehyde, is formed as a major product and para compound is formed as a minor product. The reason is the ortho compound, that is salicylaldehyde, is more stable compared with the para hydroxybenzaldehyde, because the orthohydroxybenzaldehyde, that is salicylaldehyde, has involved in a type of bond, what we call it as intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, that intramolecular hydrogen bonding makes this ortho form more stable than the para form. Okay, so this is what the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So orthohydroxybenzaldehyde. Now this is phenolic group, so OH group. Then this is aldehyde group. Now you can see there is a bond formation takes place between oxygen atom of carbonyl group aldehyde and hydrogen atom of hydroxy group. So this bond is what we call it as hydrogen bond. Okay, this hydrogen bond only making this ortho form more stable when compared with the para form. Okay, right. So this is what about Reimer-Tiemann reaction. Okay, right. Thank you.